Hello, True here. Today I thought I would show you a technique that I have just recently discovered. It's using Prismacolors or colored pencils and OMS over Copics to do your shading. I've been watching other artists do it, and it has a pretty cool effect, so I thought I would give it a try, and even though I'm new at it, I'm going to share it with you today. I'm going to start out using my Copics. Right now I'm going to use Y11, and I'm going to put it in the crow's feet, beak, and on the flowers. Now this image is from Something to Crow About set that I illustrated for Clear Dollar Stamps. It is available now. It came out this month, and it's a really fun image to color. We're going to be a little different today. The ones I've done so far have been blacks or brownish black, and I just want to do something a little bit more whimsical and fun. So we're going to do a purplish blue crow today. Don't have to worry about a whole lot of shading with your marker, because you will be using the colored pencil for the majority of the shading. We're just going to hit the petals of the flower a little bit. We're going to want some white to show, so just going to go down the center a little. I'm going to bring a little bit darker color in with the Y02. My imaginary light source, again, is from the upper right, as usual. I just kind of get stuck on that one. And just hit a few spots in the areas that we just did the other yellow. Don't forget to do around his ankle, because it would have shading. To add a little bit of orange color, we're going to use YR04. And just down the shady sides. And like you notice, we hit the flower and his feet also. Going to go back with the Y02. That's one thing about Copics, is you go back quite a bit and blend. But I like to color, so I don't mind taking the extra time. I do go a little bit faster than normal if I'm doing a tutorial, so if I go outside the lines, forgive me. And I also am working around the camera, which makes it a little difficult, but I can make it work. We'll blend that better with the brown. The colors of the colored pencils that I'm going to be using are brown and black. I'm using light umber on the yellow. The way most people that I've seen use the colors on yellows and flesh tones, they use a brown for blending with the OMS, and everything else is black. I might tell you that I did use Memento ink because of the Copic colors. It's a good ink for that. They don't bleed. Okay, you can use a Q-tip or a paper stump. I just happen to be using a Fantastics. And I have some OMS in a little makeup jar, it's CoverGirl. You just touch your tool into it until you see that there has been some absorbed, and then in small circular motions you hit the the colored pencil. I got too much there, so I'm going to get some more OMS, which is, OMS stands for odorless mineral spirits. Go down and melt this. It just melts the color and smooths it out, so you don't look. It doesn't look like a kid broke out with a package of colored pencils and did some scribbles. Okay, now we're going to switch to the crow's body and head, and I'm using Copic B63. I told you we were going to go a little whimsical today. I'm using cryogen white paper. It takes Copic markers really well, and it adds a little sparkle. Until I'm going to cut away while I finish filling in the body. I'm just going to go solid on the whole thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the body filled in with B63. Now I'm going to take B23 and go back into the shadow areas a little just to add some more depth. We don't want to pull the black once we add it all the way out. Just go under anywhere that you think the shadow would be if it were three-dimensional. I'm going to put a big shadow right there. Put a shadow under the leaf, down by the stem, bottom part of his wing, and his little chubby tummy there. Okay. We're going to go back to B63 and just blend that line out a little bit. Like I said, I go a little bit faster when I'm doing a tutorial. It'll still end up looking good. It looks a little rough right now, but it will continue to bleed in some and smooth out. So we're going to move on to the black. I'm using Prismacolor, just regular black colored pencil, and I broke my tip, but it comes to a very sharp spot, so I like it, and I'm leaving it that way. Just go into the shadow areas and lay in your color. I'm going to go with a little bit more on the shadow side. Okay, then you again pick up your whichever tool you're using to blend and dab it until it has picked up some OMS.